Howdy, howdy. How's everyone doing? Today, what day is it? Thursday? How's everyone's Thursday going? Yeah, let me try to pause this over here. All right, let me get my screens all lined up here so I can get my notes out. I think I got everyone's questions consolidated here. Let me get this over here. Hey, those will work good. So many windows open. Okay, let me, I think that'll work. All right, how's everyone doing? Hello, hello. All right, let's see what time is it. 3:04. We're good to get started. I'm gonna run into that red button a few times because I'm gonna be doing some screen sharing here. All right, so let's get started here. So I've got some updates with everything going on, and then I've got your guys' questions, and then I've got some other questions that I know people have that they didn't submit them, but I'm gonna cover them anyways, and that way for everyone that's watching the replay can get the updates here. All right, make sure everyone's got the link. I think we're good. All right, so I wanted to go over kind of an overview of what our year is looking like here for Holy Fire Games. So I'm going to break it down into quarters, give you guys updates for each one of those quarters and kind of how things are looking, and then we'll go from there. And probably going to be drinking a lot because I woke up with a stuffy nose and a sore throat. So we'll see how this goes. So sorry if I'm sniffling. I can't help it. So quarter one of this year has been all about clarity and restructuring our organization. We restructured to Holy Fire Games, Holy Fire Games Studio LLC. We've got a company leadership level organization. I brought on a really strong corporate team that has helped a lot with getting all of this stuff organized and allowed us to move forward in a way where we have extreme clarity on what we want to do as a company, our vision, our goals, our missions. So the first quarter of this year has been all about getting everything set up with a solid foundation that we can launch off of in the following quarters. And really, when we hit those levels, high levels of success, we have a solid foundation that we built on, so that we're not building on sand, so to speak, where our foundation is just crumbling and sinking into the ground. We're building a super solid foundation that we can build a multi-billion-dollar business off of. A game studio with hundreds of game titles across multiple platforms, and we can build this out to where it's a win-win for everyone. And I want to make sure that we don't overlook that structure and the foundation when we're getting started here, because it would be a shame to get 7-8 months down the road this year, have a game take off to where there's tens and tens of millions of players, and everything crumbles because we don't have an accounting system in place. We don't have the server structure in place to scale up. So we're taking a look at all of these things as the foundation of the company this first quarter, and making sure that we are solid, we're ready to scale, we're ready for the growth, and we're ready for the huge spikes in players that we're going to be looking at here. So that's quarter one. Quarter two is what we're looking for releases for the games. So we've got Day of the Infected that we're looking to release still. We've got the 2 IO games, which I'll talk about in a second here, that are also very close to being ready. I'm going to hopefully share some screenshots of those in a second here. We'll see if I can get everything to cooperate tech-wise with me. But I've got updates on those, updates on Doti. But so quarter two is what we're looking at for the actual releases on Steam. This is what we're striving for. So Doti launched on Steam. And the 2 IO games out in the world, making money, and people having a good time with them. Quarter three is when we're looking to do, I'm going to go into more detail on this, but we've got some foundational work for Forsaken Legends that it's going to be ongoing. But quarter three is when we build up a lot of the core technology for Forsaken Legends. We'll be releasing more IO games. I've got a long list of IO games that we're working on developing the design aspect of it. Preston's helping me with that. So that when these developers that are working on our IO games have the first one, the second one done, we've instantly got another, the third and the fourth one for them to start working on instantly. They'll continue to provide updates for the existing ones, but they're going to continue to move on to new ones so that we're going to grow our IO game library throughout the year nonstop. We will never stop working on IO games because the revenue potential of IO games is so massive, and it allows us to market Gaspo, a rewards platform on Gaspo, and just all sorts of stuff that we want to be able to do with IO games. We can also drive traffic from the IO games to Day of the Infected and vice versa. All of our desktop games, we can drive traffic to our IO games from the in-game menus and all that stuff. So quarter 3 is just more IO games, more work on Doti, foundational work on Forsaken Legends. And then by quarter 4, I'm hoping that we will be in a place where we can start to release the initial versions of Forsaken Legends. Forsaken Legends as a game is going to be developing for many years to come, evolving over many years to come. It's a MMORPG. It's a massive game built on some really awesome technology that we're going to be building out in-house. I'll go into that in a minute. Just got an update from Martin, who's helping with Ally Games. He's going to be sending me a video. So perfect timing. Thanks, Martin. Forsaken Legends, we have a ton of technology that we're building in-house. One thing that you guys know about how we operate is that if we see something in the market, such as a voxel engine or anything that we think that we can build upon and create in-house, a better version that fits our needs better, that will allow us to scale better, that sort of thing, we tend to rebuild systems. So that's what we do in-house. Instead of using other people's technology, we're going to be building our own technology, which opens up the door for another revenue stream for the company, software as a service, where we can allow other game companies to leverage our voxel engine technology. If you don't know what a voxel engine is, go to Google, search for voxel engine, and you'll see that it's a way to represent a game world in which you can dig into the ground, build caves, and that sort of thing. It's super popular type of game. So we're going to be building out our own that we can leverage in-house for our games, and also sell that as a service. And as ambassadors, of course, you're going to reap the rewards of that because you guys share in everything that we do. So just another bonus for you guys. Any technology that we're developing out that can be leveraged from third parties, you guys get to take advantage of as well. Along with that comes the relationships with other developers that might want to white label our rewards platform, our headquarters, which again is just a win-win for everyone. So quarter 4 is when that would be a feasible product. Again, that's going to be an engine that's going to be developed over the course. It's going to be ongoing development. So we would have a team developing that, and Forsaken Legends will be built right on top of that. So the Forsaken Legends team, the voxel engine team work hand in hand to create a product that we use and that other people can leverage as well. So that's kind of how this year looks. IO games are going to be going on throughout the year nonstop. We're going to continuously work on IO games. Doti and Forsaken Legends are going to be our 2 major PC platform games that we're going to be releasing. They will both be released on Steam. Doti, of course, is going to be first. Forsaken Legends down the road. But see, Forsaken Legends is such a big game that we're going to be able to release that in chunks. We'll be able to get a version up and going this year that will allow players to run around the world, build their bases, fight enemies, that sort of thing. So it's going to be a stages thing where same thing with Doti. We're going to be continuously adding content, new vehicles, new buildings in the world, new cosmetics, new outfits, new weapons, that sort of thing. So when you see launch days for these games, know that that doesn't mean that we're done working on Doti quarter 2. We're going to be working on Doti for a long time, adding new content, keeping it fresh, and making sure that players want to keep coming back and play the game over and over and over. And of course, visiting our reward center over and over and over so that we can generate revenue. So that's kind of how the quarter 1, 2, 3, 4 look. Quarter 1 is all about organization and getting that foundation right. Quarter 2 is the exciting quarter because that's when we actually get to release the games, start to release the games. And then quarter 3 and 4 is all about developing out technology, more IO games, and getting Forsaken Legends out into the world finally. It's a project that's near and dear to my heart. I've been working on it for a very, very long time. So it's exciting for me to be able to start working on that again and get some excitement built up around the Forsaken Legends brand. Moving on to Day of the Infected update. Let me get the drink first. Okay, so we've had a lot of questions about the timing around Day of the Infected. Why hasn't it been released yet? Why aren't we promoting it more? All of these fun things. So let me cover that. So we just upgraded to a new version of Unity a few days ago. Ben spent a very long time upgrading it. It was like overnight or something, and he's been working on just revamping the lighting and the whole look and feel of what it allowed us to do. Upgrading to we upgraded to Unity 2018.3. We were on a previous 0.2. It allows us for major graphical enhancements. Allows us to bring in particle effects. I love particle effects very much so. So in the next version, you'll see a lot of particle effects. Particle effects are things like snow, explosions. We can revamp the fire, the weapon effects. So you see smoke coming out the end of the barrel. The muzzle flashes will look a lot nicer. There'll be weather, the snow coming down. You'll see snow blowing off of the mountain caps. You'll see gusts of wind blowing snow through the forest. It really adds to the environment. And before we couldn't do that because there was a bug in 0.2 that we were using that would stop particle systems from working. It would kill your frames per second, kill the experience. They fixed that bug in 0.3. It allows us to really revamp the look and feel of Doty and make it look a million times nicer. I'll hop in the game. Last time I tried to stream, it didn't look that good. I'll send some videos. I'll work with Richard on an update for the whole upgrade to 0.3, what it allowed us to do. But just know that this one change made the game look a million times better. The lighting looks amazing. We've got volumetric lighting, volumetric fog. The world feels so much nicer. It really draws you into the environment. It's a night and day difference. It really is. It looks so much nicer. We've been waiting on being able to do this for a few months now. So being able to finally update is huge for us. It also gave us more performance boost. So the game is performing better now than it was before just by upgrading. My frames per second doubled. Across the board, we have massive performance gains by doing this. We are working on updating the character. It's already in the progress. The model, we are getting away from this Minecraft look, the boxy look. It's something that we wanted to do before, but we just couldn't quite find an artist that got the look that we wanted. Excuse me. We found somebody now that's working on the new character. It's our own look and feel. We are not copying anyone else. We're not a Fortnite clone. We're not a Minecraft clone. We are Day of the Infected. We're going to have a look and feel that is ours. Our cosmetics are all 3D now. I might hop into the build just to show it to you because the character is in there, the initial version of it. Our gear and clothes are all 3D now. So our cosmetics just went up a million notches in terms of quality. People are going to be able to really stand out from each other. They're going to be able to have those unique uniforms and outfits that everyone loves to have, which is what drove hundreds of millions of dollars in sales for Fortnite. It was pure cosmetics. People want to stand out from each other. They want to look different. And now our character model is going to allow us to have characters, male, female, that really stand out from each other, that have full sets of gear, outfits, armor, whatever you want, to really have that look and feel that you want. So everyone can run around with their own look and feel. You can have unicorns running around. You can have soldiers. You can have whatever you want, policemen, women. So the look and feel of the game is just night and day different from this one change that we're doing with the graphics. Couple that with the new character, which is being worked on. Ben's working on getting it into the game. We're not talking massive delays here. This is all just this week, and next week we're working through stuff. So we're not talking about delaying for months or anything like that by any means. This is stuff that we have been waiting to get into the game that finally came to light, that we were able to get the upgrade to 0.3, which allowed us to get the massive graphics boost, allows us to take a look at the character since we have somebody that can do that now. I'm super excited because it looks so much nicer. I was playing it last night and I was just like, it's just in awe. I was just staring at my screen because it just looks so different and better than what it did before with the upgrade to 0.3. And now that we can have particle effects, and I'm very happy about particle effects. You will be too once you play the game because you'll see how much of a difference it makes. We're working on new audio, new lighting. We have the new vehicle demo and scene, so now players can drive the vehicles. It's not in the multiplayer version yet, but we got it into the single player version so people can start to check out our vehicles. So we have a ton of stuff going on with the game. There's been a lot of progress, a lot of forward movement. And then we've got the new menu that we got into there. I'm going to go ahead and screen share for you to show you that. Let me do that now because it's going to go into my next note here. Let me move some stuff around here. Oh, that is tiny, tiny text. I got my 4K monitor over here to the right. Let's see. I need to go to... I won't hit the red button, I promise. Nope, not that one. Oh, let's see. Steam. Bear with me for 1 second. I'm going to load up the latest version of Doty. Okay, so let me see how to do this. I'm going to screen share. I'm being very careful with my button clicks. Screen 1. All right. I'm not sure how this is going to work. We will see. Okay, so this is the new world. I'm going to try and hold still so you can kind of see. The sun moves really fast because we were testing out the lighting. But notice how the lights turn on and off. When it gets daytime, the lights are going to turn off. Let me know if you guys can see that okay. See, the lights just turned on. How cool is that? But you can see how the volumetric lighting, how you can see the fog and the lights. We still have a lot to tweak here with the lighting. This is just the initial version of switching over. Let me move over this way. And also you can see the new character. So this was a character that we had before, but we have somebody that's customizing it for us. So they're adding in a complete face. So they're revamping the head. They're revamping the body model. So we kind of just use this one as a base, but you can kind of see how the gear is going to look. Let me zoom in. So we can have 3D gear and clothes. See these helmets? We can have tons of these kind of helmets to really allow people to stand out. Let me go over here to the forest. So the character is being revamped completely for us. So no other game will be able to have our model. They might have something similar, but not anything fully what we have with our customizations. You're going to be able to swap out your face, your head. You'll be able to choose male, female. So we're going to have multiple heads that you can choose from. So your face is different from everyone. So all sorts of customizations with that. So you can kind of see how the lighting changes based on the day. And then I wanted to get a light of the moon through the trees here. And so you can see how fancy is that, guys? Doesn't that look nice? So this is the kind of stuff that we weren't able to do. I mean, look how foggy it is. You can change the fog based on the time of day. So there's no more, running out into the lake and getting sniped from 500 positions because you don't have any cover. You come in here at night when it's foggy, and you can. Yeah, Mike just said I should do updates on Twitch. It's a good idea. I should probably create an account just for like a Twitch ambassador or something so I could stream the game from there because it actually streams the game. So you can see how foggy it is off in the distance, and just the overall look and feel in the environment just really takes it up a notch. I just sit and stare at it all day. It's so nice. We're still tweaking the fog for different areas. We're able to have different fog levels at different places. So the military base, for example, could be more foggy, could be less foggy. However we want each part of the map to be, we can inject fog into those areas. We can take it out of buildings so there's no fog in buildings. So very cool looking. All right, so let me stop sharing. Actually, I'm going to leave it sharing because I wanted to show you something else. I don't think I'm able to because, okay, what I'm going to do, close that out. I'm going to stop sharing for a second here. All right, click the right button. All right, let me go to Steam and switch the branch that I'm on so that in a minute here I can show you the new menu and why that's so important to what we're doing here. Betas, none. Okay, so that's going to update. While that's doing that, I'll cover some other notes, and then once it's ready, I'll hop in there and show you guys why the new menu is so important to our monetization strategy. Wow, it's already almost done. So let me see what else I got here. So we got, we're also working on a new game mode. It's called King of the Hill. What we've noticed is that with the smaller player counts that we have right now, with the game mode that we had, the players are spread throughout the map, which is okay, but it'd be more fun if everyone was fighting for the same areas. So what we're doing is we're coming up with a King of the Hill game mode, which will randomly choose a place across the map that everyone in the map is trying to fight for, including the zombies. So we'll have hundreds of zombies coming after you, all of the players going to one area, and then each team tries to hold that position. It's King of the Hill. So whatever team holds that position for the most out of 5 minutes wins that version or that round. And it's just going to continuously choose a different place. So everyone's rushing to the other part of the map. So what this is doing is, and again, it goes back to why we haven't pushed this harder yet. One of the feedback that we got from the few streamers that we have that were checking it out is that there's not enough action to keep their audience engaged. So by doing something like a King of the Hill mode, it allows us to have a streamer come into the game, whether there's 5, 10, 50, 100 people, there's going to be tons of action going on because everyone is going to be trying to go to the same position on the map. So we're never going to have a lull in the action, in the shooting, in the combat. You're always going to have something going on your screen, which entertains their viewers, which makes their viewers happy, which makes the streamers happy, which makes everyone happy because there's a fun game mode that tons of action going on. So even with 10 people on the map, there's always something going on. So that's why we're working on that. That's coming along great. We should have that going soon. And then we also wanted to get a weekly play test scheduled. So we did that. It's on Monday nights, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern time are the 2 play tests that we hold on a weekly basis. We're trying to drive as many players into those 2 times as we can through the week. So again, the streamers that we're working on bringing on board know that if they can stream on Monday nights, there's a good chance that we're going to have a full server here soon. So that's the logic behind why we haven't pushed super hard right now. All right, let me go ahead and load this back up so I can show you the main menu. I'll get video downloaded here to show you Kingdoms.io. Okay, I'll get that ready. Very cool, Martin. All right, I'll show that in a second. Close that. Whoa. My mouse just jumped. Glad I didn't click the X. All right, so let me screen share. Okay, let me know if you guys can see this menu. You guys see that okay? Should be able to see news, videos. I think it's showing up all right. Just waiting on somebody to confirm that you guys can see the menu. Okay, cool. Thanks, Deb. All right, so this is why this is super important. So our whole purpose with our rewards platform, our headquarters, is to bring people from in the game. So I'm in the game right now. I just launched it from Steam. This is the main menu. So how many options do you see here that take you to our website? We've got this awesome Google Hangouts sharing button that's in the way. Okay, move that. We've got a Doty poll. So we've got a weekly poll that will drive people to the website. We've got a button to collect your daily reward. We've got all of this over here that talks about earning additional in-game credits that you can spend on weapons, skins, and other gear for use in-game, so you can watch videos, complete surveys. All of these, if I click this, it's going to take me to the headquarters platform, automatically log me in. I don't even have to log in, does it all for me. And I'm right on my videos page here, so I can watch a few videos. But more importantly, all of this stuff over here. This is how we just made money on this user. See, this video player here is going to continue to play ads nonstop as long as somebody's on the page here. We've got display ads that refresh every 30 seconds. Our fill rate on this player right here alone is way above my expectations. And look at this. I just got a survey pop from Servata. Take a quick survey under 2 minutes and earn a free loot crate plus 500 Doty credits. So what did I do? I was in game. I wanted to earn a few credits, so I popped into the site. I'm earning us ad revenue nonstop over here. I just got popped a free loot alert. So if I just hit show me the survey, these surveys are so fast and so easy to do, and we get 50 cents for every completed survey. So I could go through here and do the whole survey, and then it's going to give me a bunch of gear. I have no notifications. So just by that one link in game, I've already seen, what, 2 ads? Here's the third one. So this is playing me ads nonstop here, and it's not intrusive at all. There's no audio. I don't hear this ad at all. I don't hear this video over here at all. It doesn't bother me one bit because it's just over in the sidebar. It doesn't matter. It's not making audio. It's not bothering me. I can go around the website. I can check out some news. Every page there's going to be 3 display ads in this video ad here. So when I'm done, I just, okay, I got my information. I'm good. I'm just going to shift tab back into the game. Well, let's see here. Oh, this video looks interesting. So I want to check this out. This video feed and the news feed is pulled in from Mike from our WordPress site so that it's updated in real time. If somebody was in game and they come back and there's a new blog post that's released that they haven't read yet, they can click on it, takes them right in. So I want to watch this video. Again, it's taking me to the headquarters platform, automatically logs me in, and I've got a video that I can check out. So while I'm watching this video here, which is 24 minutes long, we're going to be generating ad revenue off of these ads refreshing, and this video ad constantly playing ads to me nonstop while I'm watching this video, and I don't even notice it. It doesn't bother me at all. So if we can get people to watch our videos here, whether they're 5 minutes long, 10 or 15, we're going to be generating revenue nonstop off of them. So that's the purpose of having everything in-house. This is why we don't just link to a video on YouTube, because I don't want to make YouTube money. I want to make us money. I want to make us a lot of money. So the more links that we have on this homepage here, the more chances we have of somebody coming to our site. So let's say this Doty poll. I want to click on this because I want my input in. This allows the gamers to be able to have their input on what we're focusing on next. So while they're doing these polls, again, we're showing them these advertisements. So they can get their feedback on what they want us to focus on, and we're earning revenue on them the whole time. So when I'm done, just shift tab to get back into the game. This is without leaving the game. This is using Steam's built-in browser system. So it's not minimizing the game and opening Chrome or anything like that. They can do all of this without leaving the game at all. If I see an interesting news article over here, that looks interesting. What are the vehicles? Click on it, instantly brings up the browser, takes me to the new blog post. So these news items are even better because we've got an in-article ad that shows right here. Let's see if we can get one to pop real quick. But while I'm reading this, it's constantly trying to play a video ad between here too. And if I scroll down out of the window here, it pops the video out so that it's always on my screen. When I come back up, pops it right back up into the top right. I was hoping a video ad would play here, but we'll go ahead and keep going. But there's always a chance of another video ad that pays out really nice CPMs showing up whenever people are reading the articles. It shows up on the poll page too. So any page that we have content. So that's why this main menu is so important to us. Getting this new menu in, it looks professional. We're going to need to change the background art a little bit because of the characters, but they still look awesome, concept art. And then you can also get the updates on what all of the blog or the updates were, kind of what they call those, a change log. So a lot of information to the player here, but most importantly, we drive them to the site. Daily reward, I haven't collected it yet. Grab my free daily reward. I just collected it, got 250 free credits. Again, I had ads playing, and I just simply shift tab to get back into the game, and that's it. The CPMs for this video over here right now are $1 per minute that we keep people on the site. So if we keep people on the site, that's $5 CPM. The ads around the side here are, you can see that we're backfilling with advertisements. So there's opportunities for you guys to get your advertisements in the headquarters platform. These are all members ambassadors advertisements here. So that's an added bonus of being an ambassador, is that you can have your advertisements on our properties. So if you have any campaigns that you want to run, feel free to submit those to support. We have a working system up and going for all of our properties here. So the CPM is awesome. We keep people on the site. We're going to make a lot of money off of this video ad alone, plus the video ads and the content. So it's an amazing system that we have built here. Here's a vehicle demo. I wonder how this will work. I will try it. It's probably not going to look very smooth for you guys. Sorry. Check out these vehicles, though. These are awesome from Chile. They've got working headlights, so we can turn headlights on and off. You can blind people. You've got the gunner up top. You've got 2 seats up front, 2 seats in back, and then 2 in the back of the vehicle here. I wish you guys could check this out in a smoother experience. So I would highly recommend, if you have a PC, to download the game and check it out, because these vehicles have such a high-end feel to them. They don't feel boxy or cheap at all. It's an extremely smooth driving experience. The physics are still being worked on, so you kind of jump around if you hit a rock or whatever. You can kind of see this is the old lighting set up too, so you can kind of see the difference in how the new system looks. You can switch vehicles. We got a buggy here. And we'll be continuously adding new vehicles to this demo scene as they're ready. We've got a tank to, whoa, that's maritime. A tank. We've got the Black Mamba bus. Can you wait, or I can't wait to get a bunch of teammates in the back of this thing and then drive up to a King of the Hill point or something. Everyone just unpiles and takes over the objective here. Or hitting a mine on the way there and completely blowing up, and somebody gets like 20 kills with 1 shot. Still working on some physics there, you can see. That one's upside down. So yeah, awesome stuff with Doty. So this is all the stuff that we've been working on with the new releases. So we have had tons of forward progress with just the professionalism and the total look of the game here. So let me stop screen sharing. All right, let me get back to my notes. So many windows. Okay, so as a whole, that's why we haven't pushed Doty harder, is because of all of these things that I've just listed. We have such a nicer package that we can go out to YouTubers and streamers with now, to where when they join the game, it's going to be a really awesome game experience. There's going to be players there because of the King of the Hill game mode, and they can come on the weekly play tests to have that a better chance to have a full server. So it's not that we haven't been wanting to reach out to the streamers. It's that we're trying to get the best package possible to have that sticking factor when these YouTubers and these streamers start playing the game. So that's why. So let me show you the video of Kingdoms here. So Kingdoms IO, again, is an IO game that's has been being worked on. Let me just making sure I click the right buttons here. That didn't work. Where'd it go? There we go. Okay. So we've got, okay, this is Kingdoms IO. So this is a kind of a mix between a real-time strategy and a tower defense game. So if I just hit play, you can see, you can select the units, you can move them around, you can build things. So if you build a house, your workers are going to go and build the house. You're going to build towers. So these are all the resources that you can collect up here at the very top. So we'll have we're working on having a minimum viable product of this out as soon as we can, a month and a half, somewhere around that timeline, to where we can start having players play it. And then we'll continue to release new content as it's ready, as it's built out. We also have 20 Lives IO, which is being built out. It's a zombie top-down shooter, which will cross-promote with Day of the Infected. Same thing with a minimum viable product on that one as well. So as soon as we can, we'll be getting these out into the world to start getting interest, having players play them. So the way that we monetize these IO games from the start is that we're going to have a video ad that's going to be playing in the top left here, the bottom left, wherever we want it, bottom right. That will be that same video player that you guys just saw on our headquarters site. It'll be in the corner, and it's only going to play when there's an ad available. So it'll play an ad and go away, play an ad and go away. And that's going to constantly play. The whole time somebody's playing the game, it'll be a video ad, no audio, in the bottom corner somewhere that will generate revenue for as long as somebody is on the game. Eventually, we'll have the Gaspo Reward Center, so people can go and earn in-game currency for Kingdoms, for 20 lives to get different outfits, different buildings, things like that. So they'll use the Reward Center on Gaspo. So that's down the road as well. We'll monetize that. Stop screen sharing. Back to my notes. All right, where are we at? So that's Kingdoms. 20 Lives is going great too. We'll continue to release videos and pictures of how things are going there. But we're really close to getting some builds up and going that you guys can check out. Excuse me. And as soon as it's ready, we're going to start monetizing that right away. The way we're going to promote those is by putting them on all of the other IO game portals just to get that initial release. And then once they have a lot of traffic, then we can feature Gaspo on the main menu of Kingdoms and 20 Lives to drive traffic back to Gaspo. So we're going to use all of these other platforms to drive traffic to the site, and then we're going to drive traffic from the games to Gaspo. So that is the updates that I have for the game. I'll be answering some more questions that you guys had on those games as we go. Yes, IO games can be played on a Mac. It's all web-based, so as long as you have a web browser that supports WebGL, which Safari does, I believe, on Macintosh, you'll be fine. Okay, so we want to make sure that you guys have all of your accounts migrated correctly if you came from one of our previous platforms. So make sure that you go to the coin overview page. Let me pull it up here. I will screen share again. It's all good, Mike. Mike said there's not many questions. All right, let me pull up the site here, and then I will screen share again. Pull my questions out. Screen share. Oh, I just about hit stop broadcast. Can you believe that? How embarrassing that would have been. Share. I don't know why I'm so enticed and so pulled to that red button. Okay, this is, of course, Holy Fire Games. So you want to make sure that you go to the coin overview page here. The coin overview page will list all of the coins that you hold. Make sure that you have all of your proper coins. Just check it out. And make sure that you have all of the coins that you should. If you do not, go to the support button here and send in a support ticket, and we'll get it all figured out and squared away for you. Go to news. Oop, I'm at dashboard. You can also check out your ambassador level right here. I'm an ambassador, but you guys should have different levels there. And then you can click here for an explanation of the different ambassador levels, what they mean, the different perks that they have. I'll be going into this more in a minute here. I just wanted to make sure you guys are aware of everything that you have available here. So to check that your account's good, just go to Coin Overview, look for your coins, make sure you have all of the coins that you should. And if you don't, contact support. Is Doty in alpha or beta? I would definitely say alpha. Once we are on Steam public mode, then we would be in an early access stage. It still means that the game is not fully released, but it is in a stage that is ready for public consumption. Also, make sure that you check your earnings. Go to the earnings page to make sure that everything transferred over correctly from the other platform. So check your earnings log as well. If you don't see anything here, that means that it did not migrate over correctly and you need to contact support. So if everyone can check this page, the earnings page, that's the most important thing that you can do after this. Check that, make sure it's good, and if not, contact support. My voice is going out. Okay, where are we at here? Okay, the next thing I want to cover is we've had some questions about what is this buy coins page. What it is a way for you guys to get access to other profit share pools in each of these games. So by buying coins in the Day of the Infected coin pool, this allows you to share in 20% of that specific game's profit. That's up and above everything else, all of the other pools that you're a part of. This is a separate pool, profit share pool, that you can get in by buying the coins. The coins that you buy go directly to that game's development. So by buying these coins, you are helping us further the development of all of these games and all of these projects. So if you're able to, we appreciate you guys picking up coins. It's a win-win for everyone. We get the money we need for development. You guys get to share in profit share. 20% of that game's profit. That includes everything that game makes. That's offer walls, surveys, headquarter platforms, in-game currency sales. Any penny that game makes that is profit, you guys share in. My voice is going out, folks. Mike's typing. Let's see if there's another question. You can also learn more about the individual projects on the projects page, projections and things like that. I am working on these two here, I promise. I'll have that ready soon, along with another note here that I've got I'll be talking about in a minute. But if you go to more information, it breaks it all out: market size, revenue streams, how we generate revenue, revenue projections, and the development stage. And then you can buy Day of the Infected coins here. So each game will have this layout. So I am working on that. Okay, so this is how you purchase the game coins. Separate pools, and then when you buy them, it's gonna, once you have a coin, it's gonna show up on your coin overview page, and then it'll show what all is involved profit-wise with those coins. You'll see them here, and then this number here will change, of course, too. All right, so ambassador tiers. If I go again to the ambassador tiers here, let me try and zoom in. I know this is on my 2K monitor, so you guys are probably squinting to see all of this. But just visit the page on your site, and you'll be able to read it a lot easier. So in the top right here, you're going to see what coins you hold that go towards your ambassador level. So if you look up in the top right here, make sure this is all correct. If you've bought game coins and they're not showing up or anything like that, make sure that you let us know. But this is how we calculate your tier, and these are the different tiers that you get based on your contributions with coins. So if we scroll through the list all the way down to Diamond Ambassador, one important thing that I want to note is that these profit share pools that you're sharing in, these are cumulative, if that's the right word to use. So a Diamond Ambassador is sharing in this 1% of all Holy Fire Games profit. It's sharing in this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So a diamond is sharing in profit share pools of all of these. You hold a coin for all of these profit share pools. So that's why the higher the tier you can get, the better, because you're going to share in more and more profit share pools. And to get to each of these tiers, you just need to meet the requirements of those tiers. Okay. Mike's typing, so I'll see if we have a question there. Anyone have any questions so far on any of the stuff I've covered? Yeah, Mike mentioned there's also less people at the diamond level than there will be at the bronze level. So you're sharing in 1%, but you're also sharing with less people. Again, this is profit across the board for Holy Fire Games. So when I was talking earlier about any technology that we develop, any engines that other game development companies can leverage, that is included in this profit here. This is everything the company does across the board, profit-wise. I've got a cat at my door. Wants in. Shelley asked, still just 6 months to get there? Yes. After 6 months, these lock in, and the reason for that is we, eventually everyone could become a diamond when we release more and more games, and you buy coins in each of those games. Eventually, everyone can make it up to diamond. We want to make it exclusive for the people that make it there in the 6 months. So that's why we're locking it down. And then moving forward, you'll be at the tier that you're at, and that'll be it. All right, looking at my notes here. So the next question is over how to invite friends and family, how to approach them. I'm working on a new video that will be going on this page here. So go to invite others. There's a link here that you can use to invite friends and family. It's a $500 upfront registration fee. And what that does is that gets them into the 5% advertising profit share pool. Excuse me. But it also gives them 100 coins in each of the 4 game pools. So before it was $100 and all you got was an ambassador seat. But we wanted to make sure that ambassadors coming in are tied to the game pools as well, so that they share in revenue from all of the game projects that are out now too. So it's $500, but they get $100 worth of coins in each of the 4 game pools. So it's not like we just raise the price and they're not getting the same value. They're getting value for their registration, and that also brings them in as a bronze level ambassador. But I'm working on a video that will be at the very top here. It'll be a video that walks through the entire ambassador story. It'll give them very clear understanding of everything going on with the ambassador side of things. It'll explain the profit share pools. It'll explain our game projects. It'll explain what makes us different as a company from other game studios. We have a lot of distinguishing factors that really separate us out from the crowd. And this video is going to cover all of that. So my goal is that I will have a page that you guys can share, an effective page that you can share that will bring somebody from knowing nothing about the ambassador program to knowing everything they need to know and being excited about being a part of this story moving forward. So my goal is to have this done as quickly as possible. Early next week, it should be good to go, and this page should be ready to start sharing. Let me stop screen sharing. Make sure I hit the right button. That red button scares me now. Okay. My notes. Yeah, my voice just does not do well. Okay, so the next question that has come up is tax questions. We will have a formal response to this pretty quick here, but in a general sense, the way that this works for taxes, we've had some people wondering if they needed a K-1 from a corporation or anything like that. You guys are independent contractors as far as a tax standpoint goes. We will have an official stance on this, which spells it out very clear. But in a general sense, you guys do not need K-1s or anything like that. You're an independent contractor with us, so there's no need for any K-1 or anything like that. That's why we asked for a W-9, the 1099s. So that's why we asked for that information. So I just want to let you know we are working on a formal answer to that from the company, which we will have soon. But just know that you do not need to worry about getting a K-1 from us. You're an independent contractor relationship with us, so you don't have to worry about that. Pretty quick here, moving forward, we are going to be moving from the coin terminology to points to kind of make it more clear. I think some people are getting confused with the coin terminology. So we're going to be redoing everything with the point terminology. So we'll have an update when that happens, but just know in your back office, if everything changes to points, it's fine. Nothing broke. We're again in the goal and quest for clarity. We felt that would be a better word to use. Oh my gosh, my voice. I'm gonna sound like a toad when I'm done here. So don't take my voice change as a lack of enthusiasm. It's literally I'm not able to talk. Okay, so this next stuff is very important. Yeah, Mike said we are going to change it. By we, I mean Mike, because Mike does that sort of change stuff. So yeah, we're going to change it. Okay, so this is very important here. I've been thinking about how to grow the ambassador program out to, our original goal was 2,500 seats. So I have the opportunity to promote this through some big marketing friends that I have. You guys probably, a lot of you guys probably know them and probably know who I'm talking about, that if I went out with a mailing with them and did a webinar with them, I could fill those 2,500 seats pretty darn fast. But I've been doing a lot of thinking of this over the past week, and thinking back on why we started this story, why we started the ambassador program to begin with, was to create a close community of people, like-minded people, that can help us get from point A to point B, and everyone gets rewarded. So what I wanted to do was give you guys a chance to keep growing the community with your connections before I open this up to an outside group. There's a few reasons for that. I want the ambassador program to be a really close-knit group of people that have been tied to the story from the very beginning, that when we get over this hump and we break through this whole story building up to where we are right now, when we break through to that success point and money is just flowing in like crazy, I want people, as many people as possible that are being rewarded with that profit share, to have been here from the beginning and to know people that have been here from the beginning and to be a part of the story for as long as possible. So it's kind of a catch-22 for us, because we want to bring on more developers right now to expand on the IO side, to expand on the Forsaken Legends side, and on the Doti side, and on the voxel technology. So in order to do that, we need to sell these ambassador seats. We need to bring people in. We need to be selling game coins to further development of these games. So what I wanted to propose to you guys was, what do you guys think about having the month of March to see if we can have, on average, each of you guys bring in 2 people? We're not going to track this. We're not going to hold you accountable or light a fire under your butt if you're not bringing in 2 people. But as a community here, if everyone could bring in 2 people, that would put us around the 1,000 mark. That would give us the money we need right now to expand our development team. We've got an amazing developer that we want to get a contract out to as soon as possible to lock him down. It's one of Ben's connections that he's worked with previously. We need to get him locked down ASAP. So we need to sell some of these ambassador seats so that we can have money in the bank to give him a 6-month commitment to make sure that we can safely say, yes, we're ready to bring you on a rolling 6-month basis. Being able to bring him on and get him a contract out, it would be extremely beneficial to all of us. It's a very high-level developer that Ben has worked with before. He knows his stuff with Unity, and he's going to be working on a lot of the projects here. So we want to get him locked down as quickly as we can. So it's really a catch-22 here, guys. We need to sell these ambassador seats, so it's tempting to go to these outside big marketing friends and get them filled. But at the same time, I want to stick true to our initial goal here, which was to grow a group with you guys and have it be a close-knit community. So if you guys, I'll do my part. I'll do the lives, updates. I'll keep you guys up to date with how things are going. I'm going to build you this video that you can, that'll be on this ambassador page that you can share. You prep the person with just, this is a true residual income opportunity. There's not many opportunities like this out there. There's no other opportunities like this that I know of in internet marketing, network marketing, affiliate marketing, where you can do an initial investment and reap the rewards of that for the rest of your life. This is something that you're going to be able to pass down to your children, to your grandchildren, on and on and on. Holy Fire Games is a company that I will build into a multi-billion-dollar business game studio. With the corporate team that we have, the foundation, the team members that we have such an amazing team of developers that we put together over the past few months. It's really a truly amazing thing that we're building here. I'm super proud of the people that we have involved, the corporate level, the development level. We have some truly amazing people that we have here. We are blessed to have them here, and we're going to continue to bring in people like that as long as we're able to do so. So we need to get these ambassador seats filled. If you guys could help bring in 2 people, it's a $500 investment to begin with, and then any coin sales that we can do. I really want to keep this group as small as possible. The other benefit of keeping the group as small as possible is that your guys' profit share percents in those pools, the bronze, all of the different tiers, that just went way up because you're only sharing it with a fraction of the people that you were going to be sharing it with if I fill out the if we fill out the 2,500 seats. So yeah, Mike mentioned it's not just good developers, it's good people. It really is. I've never worked with this kind of a group of people. Everyone involved is just a top-notch person as a person and a developer. I am just so excited this is the dream that I've always wanted, is to build a game studio with an amazing group of people, and we're doing it. We've got an amazing foundation built here that we can just blast off of and be in such a massive profit mode that everyone is just gonna just make a really good return on the contributions that they're making here. So Sub Muppet, he's a good guy. He's a crazy British guy. So what do you guys think about it? Can I get some feedback on that? Is that something that you guys think we can do? You think we can, on average, bring in 2 people this month? Is that a goal that we think we could hit? The month of March, we on average, we've got like 350 ambassadors right now. What's the chances of us being at 1,000 ambassadors, right around 1,000, anywhere near that, by the end of the month? Is that something you guys would rather have than try and fill out all the seats with the? Okay, cool. I think we can definitely do it. I'll make sure that you guys have all the information that you need to make it happen. And when you're inviting people in, bring in people that you want to bless financially, that have the mindset to be an ambassador, that want to be ambassador for the company. Play the games, give us feedback. Really be an ambassador. We're not looking for somebody to just come in and sit there. We want people that are excited about games, excited about the opportunity here, and are ready to just blow this out of the water. All right, cool. That's the feedback I was hoping for. I'd love to build the community with you guys and just keep growing it how we have from the beginning, and just have this community tied to people that have been here from the beginning, and a smaller community. That also means when we have events, I don't have to rent out a stadium to to have an event. You have 2,500 people, a spouse, family. It's you're looking at like 7,500 people. That would be crazy. We would need a stadium at that point. But it allows us to keep this as a more intimate, smaller group, and so just know that this is time sensitive. We have some developers that we want to get locked in contract wise, that we really need those sales ASAP. So if you guys are in a position to do coin purchases for the individual game projects, that'd be awesome. If you're in the position to invite other people in, that's awesome. If you're not able to financially buy any coins, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But if you could share this with a friend or family member that might be interested, that'd be a massive help to us. If we can just grow this to around 1,000 people this month, that's what we would need to do to lock in all of these people and really have just an amazing addition to the development team here. I don't want to rush you, but I do because we do have some time-sensitive things that we need to lock down these developers, because we need to make sure that we can provide for their livelihood in a secure fashion. So I'll wait on that update. Sorry. I need to verify some stuff before I make the next notice. We have some more news on the ambassador side for you guys to move up the tiers and things like that. So let me verify some stuff there before I start talking about it. But getting these seats filled this month is of utmost importance, and if you guys can help us with that, that'd be great. So now I'm going to move on to some other questions that came in through the support desk. So let me get started here, and hopefully you guys can still hear me because I feel like I'm whispering now. I'm tired of winter. Anyone else stuck in just a perpetual winter? Iowa has just been horrible this year. I feel like I'm in Alaska or something. It just won't go away. Okay. Onward. Going forward, will there be any transparency to financials? Yes. I was talking with Mike about this morning, and a few of the ambassadors have brought up the question of will the financials be displayed anywhere as far as expenses, transparency, and things like that. So let me, I'll lean in so you guys can hear me better. Sorry. I'm trying to talk as loud as I can. Bottom line, yes, there'll be transparency. What we're going to do is when we post a profit to a pool, then you'll also see a summary of the income and expenses by category of what went in, what went out, so you guys can get an idea of how the expenses look to the profit. So bottom line, yes, there will be transparency. We're working on that. And by we, I mean Mike. I think that goes without saying. Mike asks, so at what level what level ambassadorship do we get our sash and diplomat cards? I don't know. That's a good question. I'll think about that. Okay, so next question. Will you be forecasting revenue based on ad sales and installs or other metrics? We've already done a lot of forecasting. We can do more. What I'm going to do with this question is connect with our CFO and see what all we can do as far as forecasting with the accounting software that we're using and all that fun stuff. So I'll get with him and find out more about forecasting. And right now we're focusing on getting these games launched so that we can start to get profit coming in, which means profit coming into us means profit coming into you guys. So our number one focus right now, our number one goal that I strive for every day when I wake up is how do I start getting money coming in right now? How do I get these games ready right now in a state that is acceptable to the player base? And how do we start generating revenue off of that player base so that we can get everyone's money back? This is another question down the road, but my number one focus as the president CEO of Holy Fire Games and just as a person who's appreciative of everything that you guys have done is to get you guys to a break-even point ASAP, as soon as possible. That is my focus. My whole thinking and way I'm moving forward is revenue driving and how we get to a point of profitability as soon as possible. So as far as forecasting goes, that's something I'll check with my CFO on and see what all we can do there as far as projections that we can put out. The next question, sorry, my voice is killing me. Will we see each month where we're tracking on revenue to have some kind of projection on what our payments will be, whether we're ahead or behind forecast? So the way that all the earnings reporting goes is on the 21st of the month, it'll all be entered into the Holy Fire Games Ambassador side. And that's when you will see the earnings and expenses and the breakdown of everything. And then that's when the scripts will all run to split that out based on all of the pools. So I think that's what you mean, but all of the numbers will be entered into the system. Next question. It seems that promotion depends on some checklist of things you want to have done, and from the outside looking in, it seems the goalpost keeps moving. Is that checklist something that actually has a finite number of things to complete on it? Is there right now a predetermined point at which you will say, because these things are checked off, it's ready to promote? Yes, and yes. So everything that I talked about before under the Doti update section were things that I wanted to have ready. The main purpose is because I wanted a fun experience for streamers when they come in. Sorry, this cat will not be quiet. You could probably hear her over me. So I wanted that experience to be ready before I try and bring this to more streamers. It's all about the experience that their audience is going to have. We wanted them to have the best possible look at the game before we started to promote it heavily. So with all of that said, once we have this character update and Unity's all good, we're working on the lighting and everything like that. The new game mode. So we're waiting on the new game mode and the character update. I will get with Ben today on that to get kind of a time estimate on those two things, and we will see what he says with that. And based on that, I'll be able to know better when I can start promoting it heavily. The other thing that's going to help starting to promote it is our weekly play test. I'm going to be pushing that heavily, so we're going to continue to grow with that with word of mouth. And I'm also going to be doing some YouTube video updates on all of the updates that we've had. So I'll be driving some traffic from our own YouTube channel as well to try and start getting some excitement there. So I'm not just sitting on my hands idly. We are definitely have this consciously in our head every day of when we can start promoting it. We realize that seeking perfection isn't an option. You're never going to have a perfect game. You can't wait for it to be perfect. We understand that. But there are a few key things, that we mentioned that we wanted to have in before we did that. Next question: Will we be able to see in real time how many installs, players, etc. there are? Yes. So let me pull this up. The other thing I want to mention with our CFO is he's a qualified accountant. He's a extreme numbers guy, which is awesome because it's an awesome asset to have for the company. He's a great guy, great accountant. So just know that the money of the company is in good hands. And as far as the projections and things like that go, this is something that he breathes every day. So whatever we can do, I'll get with him on that. And just know that we're in good hands here. So let me see if I can pull this up. I can't because there's some info on this page, API information. So basically the answer is yes with PlayFab. They have an API that we can pull their stats into the dashboard. So the reporting side of things is something Mike's still working on. We wanted to get this payment stuff solid before we worked on the reporting stuff. Bottom line, yes, for all of the games, we are using PlayFab as a backend. So you'll be able to see the stats and things like that, daily active users, all sorts of stuff. All right, next question. To set expectations, how confident are you knowing where you are right now that the ambassadors will break even in the next 6 months? If not at all confident, can you make an informed guess? So this is, again, to the best of my knowledge, how things are looking right now. I can confidently say that it looks like by the end of 2019, so a little more than 6 months, I can confidently say that everyone should be at the break-even point, past that, generating profit. When I look at the number of games that we're going to be able to release, we'll have multiple IO games out by the end of the year. We'll have Day of the Infected fully launched. We'll have Forsaken Legends out in the world. So I can confidently say that this year is looking amazing for everyone breaking even and then moving past the break-even point. Excuse me. So, 2019 is the year. 2018 was a grind. We were figuring a lot of stuff out. You guys were right there with us. You guys know how hard it was for us to grind through 2018 and get to 2019. 2019, the first part of it has really been about the organization and structure. And we're now at a point where we are getting ready to get past, we're getting ready to break through this whole time leading up to this. It's been long, and I appreciate your guys' patience and understanding more than you guys will possibly ever know. We would not be here if it wasn't for you guys, and I'm truly thankful for the opportunity that you've given us, and I am ready to blow this out of the water. Trust me. I'm ready for everyone to be at a break-even point and to be in a profit mode. That'll be one of the happiest days of my life. take a lot of stress off of my shoulders, knowing that we've delivered on what we said we were going to deliver on, and I'm confident that I can do that. I doubt that we're going to be building a multi-billion-dollar game studio here. One thing that I think we don't talk about enough is what stands out, or what makes us stand out from other game development studios. When you look at a company like Epic Games, who is the creator of Fortnite, who was doing like $300 million a month in revenue, when you take a look at a company like that, and you understand a company like us with our monetization strategy, if we had Fortnite, we wouldn't be making $300 million a month. We would be making $3 billion a month, because they leave so much money on the table. It's disgusting. It really is. If they would just have the ability for players to go to a rewards platform, earn currency, earn in-game currency to buy the cosmetics, more people would do it. They'd make way more money, and they would make billions of dollars off of this reward platform that we have. It's insane. But not only that, if they would just drive people to a website with news updates that had advertisement on it every time they launched the game, they'd be making hundreds of millions of dollars a month in ad revenue. So what really makes us stand out from other game studios is our internet marketing background. As a team, as a corporate team, leadership, and just the people we have involved, we come from internet marketing background where it's not only, we're not thinking of how we make a fun game and get it out to the world and make a few bucks. We're thinking, how do we make a fun game, get people to come back every day and make money off of them every day? How do we continuously make money off of this player in a way that doesn't feel like we're siphoning money out of them, where they're happily doing what they're doing, and we're happily making money off of them happily doing what they're doing? It's a different way of thinking that we have as a company that really allows us to leverage these fun games that we know how to make. We can make a good game. We can monetize it effectively, and everyone is going to just massively benefit from this. So I really want to stress that what we have here has never been done before. Traditional funding models for game studios is either angel investments or the corporate investment route, where you sell equity in your company and you get a few $1 million, and then you've got somebody to answer to. They're constantly pushing down release dates down your throat. Sorry, my nose is running. Or you do the crowdfunding route, where you crowdfund and you promise in-game items to people. But what we're doing, totally different. We're bringing a community together where everyone is going to profit share off of the success of the game. It allows us to have financial stability as a company, to take risks, to take a chance on not conforming to the society normals in the game industry. When you look at a company like EA Games with, I think EA Games is doing Battlefield. The Battlefield series has had no innovation for years. It's the same game. It's just skinned differently. They don't take chances. We are going to come into this game industry and light it on fire with innovation. We are going to do things so different than what they're doing. They're not going to know what hit them. We're going to be blowing past charts of revenue generation, and these companies aren't going to know what the hell we're doing, because they've been doing the same thing year after year after year. They sell a game and that's it. Or now they're trying to do in-game currency transactions with loot boxes, and just the way they're doing it is so ineffective. Players hate it. The gambling laws are going against it. I mean, it's just a mess what these people are doing. I don't know what they're thinking. So we're going to come in with a clear-headed, outside-of-the-box look at this as internet marketers and say, I've got 5 million people playing my game on a daily basis. What can I do to put in front of them that isn't going to piss them off, that they'll be happy to do, and that I can make $1 a day off a player? 5 million players a day, making $1 a day off of them. That's what? Can't even do math right now. My brain is fried. That's really embarrassing that I can't do this math in my head. $150 million a month. With that kind of numbers, it's that kind of thinking that is going to take us from a company that is ready to explode to a company that's doing $10 billion a year in revenue, $20 billion a year in revenue. This is what we're going to do. This is what you guys are a part of. I am on fire for this. This is what I wanted to do my whole life, and you guys are allowing me to be able to do this. And you guys are going to be rewarded heavily, I promise. So this is what sets us apart. All of our outside of the box thinking and the way we do things is going to allow us to just go crazy with this. can't wait till we get Doty up and going, and we've got millions of people playing, and just the numbers coming in crazy. We've got this one offer wall. I'm gonna have to do a video on this because we have an offer wall that makes a ka-ching sound every time somebody does something from the offer wall. So when we've got 1 million people on the offer wall, I'm gonna have to do a video of that. It's probably gonna break my computer playing this. Michael know what I'm talking about. We used to listen to it. It'll just be playing ka-ching sounds like nonstop. It's gonna be insane just seeing the counter go up. But it's been a long road to get here, guys and gals. I know that it's been a long road. I know that we're all tired. We need to break through this last bit of time here, and we will all reap the rewards of this. So keep going with us. I am fired up. Seeing how good Dave the Infected is going, getting the feedback that we've gotten from the players that have played it. This game is going to be a hit. I have zero doubt. We are going to see tens of millions of players on Doty. I guarantee it. You can hold me to that. We will see it. I am super excited for Doty. I'm super excited for Forsaken Legends. And the IO games are awesome. We're going to see millions of players on the IO games too. The potential of revenue for the IO games is massive. Just because it's a web game doesn't mean that it doesn't have massive potential. If you just do quick math on that, let me do this. Say we get 1 million players a day on the IO games. Totally doable. Plenty of IO games have done it. Divide that by 1,000 to get our CPM. So if we look at the CPM that we're seeing on the rewards platform for the long durations, $1 CPM per minute. We get people to play for 20 minutes, let's say. So $1,000, $20 CPM, $20,000 a day times 30. That's $600,000 a month that we're making off one video unit in an IO game. That's one ad unit. We're also going to have ad units on the homepage. We're going to have the in-game currency sales. So from these simple web IO games, we're able to generate. My goal is to be able to make $1 million a month on every IO game that we're doing through the in-game currency sales with the ad placements. So you know, it's crazy what we can do. And again, this goes back to the industry with IO games. I encourage you guys to go to Google and search for some popular IO games and look at how they monetize their games. It's sad. It really is. I reached out to one developer to see if they would be interested in getting hooked up with my video ad provider. They're making like $1 CPM or something like that. They're making, I think it was like $20,000 a month or something they were making. And I said, I can quadruple your revenue by simply adding one line of code to your game. And his response was, no, I'm good. I'm making enough. And I'm thinking, that's an odd answer. You're making $20,000 a month, and I just said change this one line of code, and you could be making $80,000 to $100,000 a month with your current traffic that I saw because you shared his Google Analytics, and that's not interesting to you. Like, oh, okay, thank you. I'll move on. Like, this is the thinking of the game industry. It's just insanity. I don't understand but here's the thing. These game developers are not internet marketers. They're not thinking about how to make money. They're not, they're game developers. They have no experience in monetization. So they have no comprehension of what they should be making. When I see a game that's making 20,000 that could be making 100,000, I'm thinking, why wouldn't you do that? But these guys are thinking, why do I need to do that? I'm happy with what I have. So not that you shouldn't be happy with what you have, but if I have the choice between making $20,000 a month or $100,000 a month for no extra work and changing one line of code, I think I would do that deal. Just, that's just me. Not being greedy or anything, but kind of common sense. At least to me. I don't know. They don't get that. I'm sure you guys would all agree. Would you rather have $100,000 or $20,000? But I honestly had this conversation with someone, and they said no. Rant, bunny trail. Sorry. This is how on fire I am for this, guys. Like, this is my passion, and we're just gonna crush it. I'm so excited, and we have the team in place, and the structure in place, and the foundation in place to do this. This isn't theory. This isn't hopes and dreams. This is what we're building. This is where we are right now. This is how things look, and I lose sleep at night because I'm so excited for this. Back to the questions. Jeez. All right. When will the reports section be added back to our site? Very soon. Mike's focusing on the payment side of things so everyone can get paid out, and then he'll be working on the report stuff. Wondering about the Emerald Ambassador level on Discord, how long it takes to get update. Does that email need to match the one we use for Holy Fire Games? So your Discord email does not have to match Holy Fire Games, and your rank will update once a day. Mike wrote a script that updates all of the ranks once a day. If you see that you increased in rank, you need to send in a support ticket, and then you can get your rank upgraded. And then you'll be good to go. So updates once a day. Send in a support ticket, and you'll be good to go. All right, so I got some other questions here from Mike. Regarding a nice meetup, would it be this year or next year? I need to tell my boss. I'm not sure on that. It really depends on how the next few months go. It could be, the end of this year. It could be next year. I'd love for it to be this year. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Let's plan for winter because I hate winter. I hate Iowa in the winter, more specifically. We'll have more clarity on that soon, but having a meetup is definitely something that I want to do. It'd be awesome to meet everyone that I haven't met yet, and for those that I have met before, I'd love to see you again. So it'd be a good time. Have some computers set up. We'll get like an old-fashioned LAN party with like 100 computers set up, and we can all play Dota on the same server. Have like one side of the table red team, one side of the team blue team. It'd be hilarious. We have to do that. Yes. How long are you planning to run the winter theme and a green summer theme start? It's a good question. I had a chat with Ben about that the other day. We'll probably go with winter until maybe another month or so, and then we'll roll out into summer. We shall see. We can also offer both options, so we'll see. Spencer asked, what time are the play tests? Monday nights, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern time. The reason we have those is the earlier one is for the Europe side of things. The later one is for America side of things, to try and have 2 different times across the world that would work for people. Yes, it definitely has to be somewhere warm. Like, yeah, island. Good idea. I'm for that. I vote for an island. How cool would that be? Holy Fire Games Ambassadors rents out an island. We're just all on a big island somewhere in the Caribbean. I could go for that, especially right about now, where I step outside and my face just instantly numb. Good times. Good times. Luckily, I work from home, right? So you don't have to go out in the wind. Is there any yeah, Mike said, is that a rhetorical question? I want the bigger amount. Unfortunately, it wasn't for this guy. My brain exploded, honestly. I should screenshot it because honestly, this guy turned down quadrupling his revenue for no reason whatsoever, just because he was happy with the ad that he had. Both me and my video partner that were in the chat we were speechless. Let's see. Yeah, my voice is shot. It is shot. Yep, so Holy Fire Games will be given to charities that you vote on. I'm super excited about the charities. My wife, Emily, does a lot with animal rescue in our area. We're going to be given to a lot of animal rescues. If you guys have any charities that are close to your heart, we'll get them in the system. Giving to charity is something that I enjoy doing. I love making a difference, because there's only so much you can do as an individual, but if you donate to charities, it's a good way to make your dollar go further. We love donating to animal rescues and things like that. Such a need around here. It's a sad, depressing thing to be a part of, but there's some joy when you help animals out, but so much suffering. All right, so yeah, charity stuff is awesome. We can't wait till we can start donating some massive sums. Patrick asked, do all the coins still need to be purchased for maximum percentage payout? No. So that 20% of each game pool is paid out regardless of how many coins are sold. So the 20% is paid out regardless. It doesn't matter if there's 1,000 coins sold or 500,000 coins sold. The 20% is split across the number of coins that are sold. Yeah, so we'll wait for a Christmas to roll out a summer theme. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see. Yeah, I know, Shelly. I ask myself that every day. Like, why do I live in Iowa? It's like sub-zero temperatures this year. We've had so much snow. Apparently, I'm getting more snow tomorrow. My snowblower has had more love and use this year than it has in the past 5 years combined. Yeah, St. Jude's is an awesome one. Cruise ship would be fun. All right, guys. Any other? That's all the questions that I had. Any other questions that you guys have? Comments, concerns, excitement? Ezra asked, if we want to try and get to the next level, how do you suggest selecting what to purchase? Spread out the coins over various games or suggestions? I would suggest spreading them out just so you're a part of all the projects. So you can be excited about them. They all have awesome income potential. The IO games are not any less than the desktop games. The desktop games have potential to make more, but the IO games will still make you a good amount of money off the coins. So just to reiterate, guys, let's shoot for getting people in this month. It's at the $500 level. Let's try and get around 1,000 people. We'll just shoot for that number. We'll keep this all a small group of community here. Not open the doors to the masses. Let's keep this a close-knit community, and we really need to do this as quickly as possible to get these other developers locked in. And then I'll get you that video, and I'll beef up that page with some more projections and get the projects page passed out or built out. So that's all that's on my shoulders. I will get you the information you need. If you can bring a few people to that page and get them excited about it, that's all you got to do. That's what we're asking you to do. We'd really appreciate it, and let's grow this all internally here. Yeah, invite them to the playtest too. That's huge. If you guys have any kids or grandkids or friends that are gamers, get them on Doty and get them in the playtest so we can fill those up. It's a lot of fun. If we can get 100 people in there consistently every playtest, we can open up more servers. We can definitely do that. So getting that out, I'll get with Richard, our communications director, and get you guys some social media copy that you can use. I'm not going to be able to talk for 2 days. But help spreading the word of the game is awesome. Deborah asked, how much would it cost for me at bronze to get up to diamond? If you go to the homepage and then click on the ambassador, like where your rank is, click on the explanation link. Then you can see what the level requirements are. So for diamond, it's 25 grand. Bronze is at 500. So the difference is all between that. Mike says, let's talk more work. Yes, I'll be working with my fingers now, typing everything out. No mosquitoes is nice, Mel. I hate mosquitoes. Yeah, no problem, Mike. That works. As soon as we're going to be building out a system for charities where they can actually go to the site and register, submit the information that we need to verify they're a 501c3, and then we'll get them in the system, and then you guys can vote on them, and we'll distribute out all of the profit that goes to the charities amongst those. And we're also going to come up with a way for you guys, when this is really up and kicking and everyone's making tons of money, we're going to come up with a way that you guys can donate some of your earnings to the different charities, and make sure you guys get the tax credit, that sort of thing. So we're, one of my purposes and goals for this company, and the vision and the mission, is to give back to people and to change the world through games. And to, when we're making crazy amounts of money, we don't need to hold on to crazy amounts of money. We can really help some charities out, and really change the world through these games. And what you guys are helping to create here is a movement. It's a new way to think about gaming and giving back. And we're at the ground level of it right now, but we're so close to Q2 and getting some of these games launched. It might not look like I'm excited right now because I can barely talk, but I lose sleep every night over this, thinking about how to move this project forward, how to get this project ready. What do we need to do for this project? Like, this is what I live and breathe. This is what a lot of us live and breathe on the corporate level team and all of our development teams. We have a very dedicated group of people that are working on these projects nonstop. So you guys don't have to worry. Like, this isn't a part-time gig that we're doing here. This is what I live and breathe. This is what we all live and breathe. We're all super passionate about this. All the games that we work on. It's a really amazing opportunity that we have here. All right. Any other questions, comments, concerns before I go get a cough drop and stop talking for the rest of the day? Thanks for coming to the late notice live too, by the way. We really do appreciate you guys. Anything else? I hope you guys are excited. I know I'm excited. Got some awesome stuff in the works, some awesome updates for the games. Doty's looking amazing. Stink bugs are bad, I would agree. Yeah, no problem on the update. I'm gonna make sure that I keep you guys as updated as I can. And with the communications going to you guys, I know it's a little sporadic right now. We're getting into the groove here. We've got a communications director. We've got people dedicated to providing you guys updates. So this is a machine that we're building out. Excuse me. It's we're building it out. We're getting it fine tuned, and pretty soon here we'll have a. Excuse me. I'm sorry. We'll have a fine tuned machine that constantly pumping out updates to you guys, and it's all good. It is all good information. That's something we're looking at, Deborah. If you can do that with the earnings. Question about when the Slack channel and Facebook page is closing. I don't even check them anymore. So I'll probably be closing them down fully next week. That way nobody gets lost there or anything like that. We do have some other ideas, Shelly. I'll go ahead and announce this now. Just know that the details around this might shift a little bit and what's available and what's not. But we do have an option for those of you who want to do surveys and reward center type activities. We are working on a way that you'll be able to do that sort of activity in Holy Fire Games dashboard and have that count towards a pool that only have it collect points. We're moving to points. You'll collect points that help you move up the levels without having to buy coins. So we are trying to make it an option available to people who would rather, or if you're able to put time in, then you can level up. If you put money in, you can level up, that sort of thing. So those points won't be able to be used as far as game points or anything like that, but you'll be able to use them to level up in the different ranks. So just know we are working on it. There's a lot going on this month with the payment system. So we want to make sure that's solid, of course, for you guys. But we are aware that we need a solution like that. So that is something that we are adding. So like I said, lots of stuff going on. We are not sitting idly by here. Okay, I think that's all I can talk, guys. I love talking to you guys, but my throat's been hurting today already, and I really can't talk anymore. So I'm going to call it a day with a live update. I really appreciate you guys. I know everyone involved appreciates you guys. We love what we're building here. We're extremely grateful for what you're helping us build here. And I cannot wait to see what the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 50 years looks like. This is something that we're going to be passing down generation to generation for a long time coming. Holy Fire Games is going to be a staple in the gaming industry. We are going to be a trendsetter. We are going to break records, and we're all going to be here for the ride. So it's very exciting stuff, and I will talk to you all soon. I'm going to go drink more water and get a cough drop. So thank you all very much. I will talk to you later. Bye.